Guys, deluded. I've got a lot of time for Iwobi. You guys know I love Iwobi as a footballer, people. But I'm not gonna lie to you lot. He needs to show something next year. As much as I love him, when he put like how he's played in the last 2 years, I haven't been given much to defend him against fans that want him gone. Obviously, he's an easy stick to he's an easy thing to beat with a stick. I mean, he, clearly for me, and I'm gonna speak about it. Goals and assists are the biggest thing for him. He needs to get that. At times, consistency. At times. When you see the videos of the party and then some of the antics, it can come across as he's unprofessional. I don't believe that, but it's all about perception, and this is what people are saying. But for me personally, I've made this vid is coming off the back of this new contract. I'm not one of these people that think because he's getting 70k as believed or whatever that he needs to do anything. For me, that new contract is a show of faith, a show of importance in the side, and you need to match that, Iwobi, because if we're completely honest, you've showed initial promise when you broke through, but you've been extreme again, and this hurts to say because I'm one of Iwobi's biggest fans. I want him to be one of the men that stay at Arsenal forever, really. Mediocre at best is the best way to describe you since you burst on the scene. Like, yeah, we can point to for me, the Barcelona game. You definitely were the best player on that pitch when we played Barcelona one time. Everton, there's been games obviously where he stood up to be counted, generally speaking, but more often than not, if you're being honest, you're struggling to find 5 to 10 games without doing any research since he's been in the first team where he's done anything of note or of significance or a thing where you can say he's vital to the side. And things like that. Again, he polarizes opinion. Some people think he's extremely mediocre and needs to go. Some people think there's a bit of a potential gem there, the player that could be good for us, and things like that. He needs to improve. There's no way around it. There is no way around it. That new contract, forget the fees. It's a sign of faith, a sign of faith, a sign of added importance. For me, Iwobi is a wonderful player at times. Obviously, for me, he makes quick decisions. When the game's tight, he's one of them who can get the ball at his feet, get it out. He won't have problems with that. He's got an eye for a pass. He's obviously a decent dribbler. He's a very strong lad. But for me, I think you do look a bit laboured at times. And the biggest thing for me, because you get into these positions and you're so good at it, goals and assists. I don't know or care if your future is going to end up on the flanks, which I believe it could be in. My thing is it could be a 10 role of sorts or a deeper central midfield role because we could use them driving runs and how you pick up the ball for deep. There's a lot of qualities, but goals and assists, there's no way around looking at it. I'm not saying he has to go out and get 20 goals and assists. For me, next season, minimum, he has to get 7 goals, 7 assists, or near, give or take, near enough around that. Because we should be able to look at this side of the players that, not the players with question marks over their futures, the players that are considered main parts of this side and say, all right, cool, who is good enough for this amount of goals? Ramsey should be getting this. He has his own question marks. Iwobi's playing in them further forward positions like Ozil and them man there. So we should be saying he's going to be good for 7 goals. He's going to be good. Aubameyang, Lacazette, etc. Ozil, Mkhitaryan, they're all going to be good for certain sort of goals. Okay, cool. Who do we now need that can bring us that next level in terms of goal scoring? Okay, we've got goal scorers. Let's look at where else in the side. That's what managers should be able to do in pre-season. And if I'm honest, I don't think you don't know what you're going to get goals-wise with Iwobi, assist-wise, or consistency because it hasn't been there. People forget he's 22 years of age. He's young. Like he cannot be the thing. Very few players are the finished article at 22. But what we need to see is some progress. And if I'm being honest, apart from obviously doing things quicker now than when he first came on the scene, I don't really see any significant progress from Iwobi. And at times, obviously with Gnabry and Jeff Rene, Adelaide and etc. leaving, you have to wonder what would they have done with the chances in the side which he got when he was numerous times, putting in mediocre performances, and both of them are not having a future at Arsenal because of him. He has to get goals and assists for all he's good at. There's no way around it. He has to score goals and assists. He has to improve in that for me, or we need to have dialogue next year because we need to see how we're moving forward. Like, you need to start progressing. I haven't seen it in my opinion. Your performances need to go up. 65 appearances, 8 goals, 12 assists for Arsenal. In just shy of 198 appearances, he's got 9 goals, 18 assists. Now, I'm not talking about the Premier League with the following stats. I've excluded Europa League and Champs with the following stats I'm about to say. But obviously, 15-16, the year I believe he blew onto the scene. 13 appearances, 2 goals, 2 assists. Alright, cool, we won't get onto him too much. The next season where he was set a record of trying to improve that, 16-17, he got 26 appearances, 3 goals, 5 assists. 17-18, 26, 3 goals, 5 assists. Now again, he's getting there, but he needs to get there more. And if I'm honest, I don't want to set an unrealistic target of saying double figures in that, but I need to see 7 goals, 7 assists, and I need to see more bravado from Iwobi because it's really getting hard to defend you as much as I like you. Like I said, I want Iwobi to stay at this club. I do think there's a player, potentially good squad player for us somewhere in there. I think he is that already, but I love my club more and I want to improve us. And every year that's going to go by where we're talking about additions to the squad and things like that, Iwobi might find yourself one that is sold for profit or sold on. Clearly the club rate you because you're given a new deal because of your potential, because of you've made inroads into the Nigerian side. Obviously that's come with a lot, you're getting a lot of sponsorship deals. I see you shining on Instagram with that. I love Iwobi, but goals and assists, bro, you need to pattern that up next season. 7 goals, 7 assists minimum. How can Monreal and Cola look better for going forward than you in the sense that they look more likely to score than you? That's not on. Like, Bellerin might even look more likely to score than you, and obviously Bellerin's got his own question marks with the final third play and things like that. I love Iwobi. I want him to do very well, but there's no way around it. Goals and assists, he must improve in that department. Guys, deluded. YouTube's Lucas Torreira. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest. I'm out. Thank you very much for watching and rocking, man. Iwobi, you got it in you. I believe in you, but you got to do it this year, man. I'm out.